Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to Zoo Tycoon Complete Collection. And you're probably noticing things were a little bit different in this episode, and that is because I screwed up on the last video and I did not record my audio, so I just had the video and no commentary, so I have to do some post commentary for this, which is no big deal, I guess. So I can just kind of describe to you what I had going on in the video while I was doing it. So basically I was trying to think of something to fill in that area next to the rhino exhibit, and I ultimately decided to go with the aviary, which I think was a pretty good choice. It looks pretty good there. It fit really nicely. I was originally thinking of maybe doing the what do you call it? The ape house or ape primate house, that's what they call it, primate house. I was gonna do that, but the problem with doing that is it didn't really, I didn't have it available. I hadn't unlocked it yet, and I was gonna put that with a bunch of the other primates, but the other problem with that is pretty much all the primates in the game, you know, gorillas and chimpanzees and such, they're all from Africa, and this is sort of the Southeast Asia section that I'm doing here, so it wouldn't really make sense to have those over here. So I decided I'll put that someplace else once I actually unlock that. And instead, so I was looking at other animals that I might put in this area here, so I think I ultimately go for, what is it? I'm pretty sure it's Komodo dragons, yeah. Komodo dragons is what I decided to put here in this area next to the aviary. So you'll see that in just a second once I actually decide to get around to clicking on Komodo dragons. And I actually do two exhibits in this video here, so I'll let you see the other one when that comes up as well. But yeah, so we're doing the Komodo dragon, which I was pretty happy with the way that looked as well. It took me a little while to get the exact design I wanted for the fence, but ultimately I think it worked pretty well. So make it simple but also somewhat interesting at the same time. Like the first one I did was this right here, and it was just clearly too small, so I ended up scrapping it and doing a little bit different look. Yeah, like that, like that's too small, that wouldn't work, so I do end up getting rid of all that. And in this, oh no, I don't end up getting, actually end up adding a little bit right there, that's right, okay. So, still pretty small, but the Komodo dragons aren't, they don't need a ton of room, I don't think, so. And they're not in big groups or anything. So, that should work. The other thing I remember I did talk about in this video is I was talking about my trips to real zoos that I've been to and stuff, and the sort of the irony associated with that, because you know, even though I have an entire channel essentially that's dedicated to Zoo Tycoon 2 and all that, I've only actually ever been to 4 zoos. So not necessarily totally by choice, but just, you know, by nature of where I happen to live and where I've, you know, it's just the way it's sort of been. So but yeah, I've only ever been to 4 zoos, so I don't really actually have like a really solid, I don't have a ton of experience actually going to real zoos or seeing real zoos. It's just most of my experience, like most of what I inspiration comes from just pictures and videos and things I've seen of zoos. Some of it obviously from real experience of going to zoos, because I have been to some. I haven't been to any in a while though. It's been a few years since I've been to a zoo. And like I said, I was gonna go to a zoo this summer. We were planning on doing that, but it didn't happen. So maybe next summer, maybe not. Who knows? Depending where I am next summer. So yeah, that's that. I thought that was a little bit something you guys might be interested to hear. I think most people just assume that I've been to a ton of zoos. Well, I mean, you don't assume, but I think some people probably assume that I've been to a ton of zoos because of the nature of this channel, but no, just been to 4. not a ton of, not really, right where I live now, there's really no zoos around. I'd have to go travel a few hours at least to be able to get to one, so it's not exactly a 1, 2, 3 thing. If I lived in a town that had a zoo in it, then it would be a lot easier to go pretty frequently. I do like going, but that's not the case. So yeah, I think I pretty much finished that Komodo drone exhibit. Oh, that's right. I was having some issues with these zookeepers in the rhino exhibit. I have no idea why, but they refused to do anything. They were just, I'd assign them there, and then they just wouldn't do anything. They wouldn't clean it, any of the poo. They wouldn't take care of the rhinos. You know, the rhinos all got sick and all this stuff. They wouldn't do any of it. So I had to fix that. I think I have that on camera, or on the recording. I don't remember. It might have been after I ended the recording. But basically what I ended up doing is just firing them both, and then adding like 2 or 3 other zookeepers, and then not assigning them to the place, and then they seem to actually do their job then. So I don't know why they were doing it that way. It makes no sense, but you know, figured it out well enough, or at least they're taking care of them now. So yeah, that's here's what I ended up doing here. I ended up going with the black leopard exhibit, so you'll see that now. And this one is certainly a little bit bigger than the others, or at least bigger than the Komodo dragon exhibit. So, but uses all the same basic fencing and all that. So I didn't do anything too complex with this one. I want to start getting into doing some little bit more interesting, complex exhibits. You know, with some raising and lowering of the terrain, and you know, making it just a little bit more interesting. But I haven't gotten to that quite yet. I did a little bit of that over by the Mexican gray wolf exhibit, but not a ton. I will do more of that though. I think in the next episode, which I did actually talk about in this, obviously you can't hear that though. I am going to go back to that area in the video after this, which I already recorded. I'm going to go back to that area, like the canine area that I was doing in the zoo, and then I'm going to start working on that again. You know, I'll do some gray wolves, African wild dogs, Arctic wolves. I think those are the other 3 canine species that I can do, so I'll do one of those 3 in that video. I'm not going to tell you which one. I'll leave it somewhat up to somewhat of a surprise, I guess. And that in this, the black leopards wanted a toy. I didn't have any available for them. I don't know what toy the leopards use in this game. I'm assuming it's some type of climbing platform, but I didn't have it, so I just had to go without it. Hopefully, I do have all the research going for the regular animals, so I should get that eventually. I also would like to start doing some marine animals in this zoo as well. Probably won't do a ton, but there will be some. I'm thinking probably which ones do I want to do? I kind of think a manatee would be cool. I think they have manatee in this game, right? I'm almost positive they do. What else would be cool? I'm thinking more like you know, coastal animals rather than like deep sea animals. So like maybe some elephant seals. What others? I guess do they have walrus in this game? Pretty sure they have sea lions. But I don't know if they have walrus or not. I don't remember. It's been too long. And I never did as much with the sea animals anyways, like the marine mania animals. I preferred the regular animals, to be honest. Always have, even in Zoo Tycoon too. I do. I'm not. Everyone knows I'm not a big fan of making tanks or aquariums and stuff. It's just not as fun to me. Because the problem with the tanks is like, no matter what you do with them, they all kind of end up looking the same. Unless you have something like with seals or something like that, where you can do like a hybrid, you know, water and land. It's hard to really make it, you know, look unique and interesting. So I don't do a ton of aquariums. or tanks or whatever you want to call it. But in the future, I will start to try to do a little bit more just to mix it up a bit. I know I've gotten a lot of requests for that. I've gotten requests to do a full like aquarium zoo. I don't know when that'll happen, if that'll happen, because it's like, you know, that would be kind of a pain for me just because I don't love doing those type of exhibits. But if enough people wanted me to, I would. But I'm not going to be doing any new videos or any new series for a while because I have honestly a little bit too many that I'm doing right now. So once I finish a few of these, then we'll start some new stuff. Maybe do some more non-Zoo Tycoon stuff as well, just to mix it up. But I should be starting to finish some of these series pretty soon. Getting close to being done with the Oasis actually, which kind of sucks because that's my favorite series. Oh, here's a weird thing right here. Look at it. See it? I didn't delete the aviary. It's just invisible. So you can see people going in it, but it's completely invisible. I have no idea how or why that happened. Let me know if you guys have ever had that bug as well, because I've never seen it before, but it just like disappeared. It's weird. Oh yeah, this is gonna be the end of the episode here, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Sort of lost track of the recording there, but yeah, I'll see you guys all in the next one. Thanks for watching.